First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you for joining us. We are live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. I always like to remind everybody of that. This is where we are every weekday right after the noon news, bringing you coverage of all kinds of things here up until 4 o'clock. So lots happening this afternoon. We're going to hear from Oregon Attorney General Dan Rayfield here shortly. We're going to hear from the Portland Pickles. So this is what I'm saying, a wide range of different things that we're covering. But one of the most important things we're doing here today, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this QR code up here, if I can tap in there, is that we are covering a lot that is going on here with our Day of Giving. And what I'll do right now is just go ahead and get this brought up. Did I mention we are live? Because we are. And I'll make sure that you have this here because this is a very important thing that's part of today. There we go. That QR code on your screen right there. That is something where you can scan that. You can go and actually make a donation for our Day of Giving, which is to help the Oregon Food Bank. And throughout the day, we've got, throughout this show, we've got Spencer Schott joining us, who's live out at the Tillamook location for the Oregon Food Bank. And Spencer, great to see you. Earlier today, we got to see that big truck come in, loaded with some donations to go into this warehouse to distribute. But tell us, for those just joining us who may not have seen all of that, what's going on out there right now for this very special day?
Yeah, Greg, so earlier today you mentioned we got a delivery of donations from the Portland warehouse out to Tillamook here. We're at their Tillamook warehouse where they send out these food donations to all the local pantries that we see here. In the new news, we helped load up their local truck to start making those deliveries around town. But right now I am joined by the regional manager of the Tillamook area. The Tillamook regional manager of the Oregon Food Bank. There we go. I got it all out there.
A lot of words.
Julia Wenzel. Julia, we just learned that we raised $42,000 at noon for the Oregon Food Bank through our emergency giving drive. What is your reaction to that number and where will that money go?
My reaction is just immense gratitude. It's honestly been a pretty emotional and overwhelming experience to see the outpouring of support we've been receiving from our community. So grateful that everyone really appreciates how urgent this moment is and how important it is to make sure that all of our community members are getting fed. And that's where this money will go. We will use it to purchase food. We will use it to keep the lights on and the coolers running and the trucks driving and getting the food moving out to the people who need it.
And you mentioned the outpouring of community support. We saw the delivery this morning from the Portland, Maine warehouse, but we saw another delivery this afternoon as well. Tell us about that very special community delivery.
Yeah, we've been able to work with a local hatchery along with our local health department and ODA to receive culled hatchery fish. So it's rainy here in Tillamook. The salmon are running up the rivers and they're culling those fish and getting those filleted and frozen and donated to us. So that's been a really special partnership where we're able to safely get that really healthy protein out to people.
That's amazing to see that. It's not just canned food that we are getting out to the folks. It is fresh, locally caught fish that will be being served on people's tables who really need it the most.
Exactly.
And so tell us those numbers again that we've been talking about all day. It is a little frustrating on your part, you said, of how with the SNAP benefits being on pause, local food banks are being asked to do so much more with not any more resources to them. So tell us about those numbers.
That's right. It is a very frustrating moment because hunger is never really an outcome of there not being food. It's an outcome of policy choices being made and things getting in the way of people accessing that food. So we have in Tillamook County about 15% of our total population relying on SNAP benefits here. So almost 5,000 people. And with those benefits frozen, they're having to rely almost entirely on food pantries, which really were already working at capacity before any of this came along. And so they're seeing added pressure at a time when they really can't absorb any more pressure. So we are, previous to the pandemic, we saw about 1 million families across the state of Oregon accessing food pantries. And last year it was at almost 2 million. But we're working with about the same flow of food through our system as we had in those pre-pandemic years. So it's not enough food, and we're doing everything we can to fill that gap, but we can't really do it alone. SNAP is a powerful tool for that too, and so we're hoping to see those SNAP benefits come back through to families as soon as possible.
And definitely in the meantime, while we're waiting for the SNAP benefits to be reinstated, we're having our emergency day of giving. Like we've mentioned, that QR code is on your screen, so be sure to scan it. We've talked earlier today about how it's important for people to make donations to their food banks. Canned food, shelf-stable food is always appreciated, but dollars go so much farther. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we purchase in pretty big numbers. We can purchase things in quantities that let us have a lower price point. So your dollars go really far when you trust them to us to do that food purchasing. So we really appreciate that kind of support.
Perfect. Anything else you want to mention before we send it back to Greg here?
Just again, such appreciation for our community stepping up and helping us make sure everyone gets fed in this really scary moment.
Definitely. Well, thank you, Julia, for having us here. We'll be here all afternoon until 4 o'clock, but for now, Greg, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Spencer, and thanks, Julia. And as we've mentioned here throughout the day, great to hear, see you all out there, and also to hear about some of these reasons why it's so important right now for these donations. So, Spencer, thanks a lot. We'll check back in with you here in a little while. We'll let Spencer get back to it out there. And for everybody joining us here, so this is Fox 12 Now. We are live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, which I mentioned there at the beginning, which we do every weekday. And today, specifically, though, talking about this day of giving, a very important mission right there. I'm reiterating again the QR code that you see there on your screen. If you can, that's a great way to donate and help people out in your community. That's why we're out there in Tillamook. We're going to be all over the place here throughout the day. We've started earlier this morning. Throughout the day, we'll have reporters and people from Fox 12 Oregon out at different locations all around the region, because that's how far-reaching this is and how it can really help out. All right, we've got more, though, here throughout the hour, as we do, as I mentioned, every weekday that we are here. And coming up, we are going to be hearing from Oregon Attorney General Dan Rayfield, who actually spoke in front of the Supreme Court earlier today to talk about the tariffs that have been in place and whether or not they are legal for President Trump to do that, to institute all those tariffs that he has been. So there's going to be some availability from him to talk about that and specifically talk about the effects in Oregon from his standpoint. So that will be coming up here shortly, I believe. We believe that's going to be in less than 10 minutes. These things can sometimes go either way. So we'll bring that to you as soon as we can. We're going to take a quick break right now, and then we'll come back and set you up and just really understand a little bit more about the context of this and what's going to be happening. Before we go to break, though, we'll just show this to you here one more time. That donation button right there, donation QR code, excuse me, that is what you can scan. It's our Hunger-Free Project, Day of Giving. This is an emergency for so many people in the state of Oregon, Southwest Washington, all over the country, really, but this is where our focus is, people here regionally. And this all goes to the Oregon Food Bank, who can help out so many people as well. So that is what we are asking. We'd love to raise some more funds here throughout the day. So if you can, please do so. Feel free to share this as well. You can take a screen cap of that if you want to and send it to somebody else if you want to let them know. So just right there, right now, almost up to $45,000 raised so far. So really incredible. And thanks to everybody who has been donating and bringing in checks. So we've just seen a lot of generosity, and we're just hoping to get some more so we can really help people out. But let's do this. We're going to take a quick break right now. As I mentioned, we'll recap. We can go ahead and bring me back on here, and if we want. One thing I was going to show you, since this is a first alert weather day also, is if we have our Shriners camera, maybe we can pull up there just showing Portland. Right now, not looking too bad. Keep in mind that you should go to kptv.com. I would recommend that to take a look here at what our meteorologists are saying is on the way. There could be some more weather, some more rougher stuff coming up here throughout the afternoon. So we'll keep you up to date on that and let you know what's going on, if there's more precipitation, more wind coming. But we will have that for you as well. All right, I promised a break. We're going to take a quick break now, and then we will be back right after that, and we'll continue on here throughout the day with Fox 12 Now.